Every remnant is given a specialization, something that you do best and you are called to do by the Lord, and you will do it well for the kingdom. I have a dyslexic child in my church. You know who he is. Sometimes I share about his testimony. Being dyslexic, it's hard for him to learn certain things, especially language. So my wife taught him English. But there's only a limit to he can go. Just certain words he cannot form and all. But these few weeks in church, I start seeing him play with something called the kedama. That's kedama. That's kedama, no? This wooden artifact, where you have a ball hanging there when you toss, and then you flip or whatever, then you try to balance, So this dyslexic child, I saw him start playing, and very quickly he catch up with my boy, and he starts to play better than him, new stance every week, So my wife said, this fella, specialization, hands-on specialization. So he will be good in anything that is hands-on. So the only thing that restrict us, that constrain us, what is it? It's our typical thinking. We always think, you must study well so that God can use you. You want to serve well, learn the piano. Sing well, so that sing in the choir. Now, I'm not saying you don't do that, but don't restrict yourself. That's typical thinking. Specialization can be all kinds, all right? So, develop your specialization, people, through prolonged challenges and hardship. Prolonged challenges and hardship. So don't feel despair if you are going through hard times. You claim the promise of God. There must be specialization given me during the hard times. Some specialization are discovered in the midst of that. Some are nurtured through those challenges. Like for instance, I know managing the Run ministry or Remnant social media ministry, short clip, all those stuff, taking meetings every week. It's taxing, especially you have a full-time job. Now, I know. But what I'm telling you now is you don't slog blindly. Don't just slog. The hardship is there to give you your specialization. Amen? I say it again. The hardship is there to give you your specialization, not to make you suffer. Don't do it with a suffering mentality. Now, the hardship comes. Yes, I have to preach 5 times, 6 times a week, and even today, despite the busy preaching schedule, I have to get new specialization, like 1 or 2 hours every day. I allocate my time for this social media ministry. So I spend 1 to 2 hours or sometimes 3 hours of my time, knowing people from the internet, connecting people up. Nowadays, recently we got some links from Taiwan, and this year we are going to the United States for the first Rental Conference. All these things, I hope one day maybe Australia or so. No, these things, you guys, just connect up. Just doing all these connections. Even with social media, you need the touch, the sense. And then you spend time there through seeing Emmanuel. And even though it's hardship, challenges, there's a lot of distraction. You learn how to pray. And how you learn, even you are introvert, how to connect up with people. And then you get your specialization through that hardship and sufferings. You see, there is a reason why God gives us suffering. Not only to mold our perseverance, character and all, but also to give us specialization. You see, everyone, Daniel, David, Joseph, hardship, prolonged sufferings, 13 years for Joseph. At the end, you saw his specialization.